my nuts. You know what I mean? But, you know, and it's like, I mean, history has taught me a lot. My own personal experiences have taught me a lot. Everything that happens around me and everything I'm aware of has taught me a lot. And, I mean, when I really, really think about it, it really grinds my nuts. I really got a lot of things to bone. I got a lot of bones to pick. And, I mean, I'm like, one of my old friends, not friends anymore though. I mean, she's a nice girl, but not really, right? She constantly told me that she loved me. Constantly. Daily basis. So, this is how stupid I was. I asked her to go on a date. A date. But yeah, it was a date. And I questioned the shit out of her. And everything that she said and how she acted indicated to me a life-changing experience. Indicated to me she had no idea what the fuck love was. So I was like, you love me, huh? She's like, yeah, I love you, Johnny. She's like, do you love me? I'm like, if I loved you, there'd be a ring around your finger. You would be my wife. I would be your husband. Then you can control me. I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's only one woman in my life that can control me at this time. My daughter. Well, and my cousin. I'm not gonna rule that one out. I mean, she really does. But, like, because someone asked me the other day, why is that so? And I was like, because I know they love me. And it's not that horror word of love. It's really love. And therefore, they have the right to do so because I love them just as much as they love me. You know, it's like this. You know, it's like my daughter going around calling some other guy daddy. As a father, or you going around, or even as a mother, how would you feel? You don't feel so special then, do you? You don't feel like you have a special place in that person's life. You don't feel, you feel like a goddamn piece of property, and not a human being. And this is what bugs me, because I get in a situation where I feel like property, I'm bailing the fuck out. If I don't feel like a human being, then I'm bailing the fuck out. It kind of, you know, it's like when my daughter one time called someone else daddy, it was like someone took a big sword and rammed it through my heart. And what I wanted to do was grab some horn, you know, rage the fuck out of her. You know, have a rage fuck. But, and then the funny thing is she turned around and she's like, I'm sorry, you're not my dad. She points at me, that's my dad. I'm like, wow. She's a smart cookie. She's a really smart cookie. She's not a cookie no more. She bumped up one. She's a donut. Nah, she's cake. She's a Grace. No. She's like a diamond. It's a pretty big bump up of a cookie. It's like one extreme to the other. And, like in my life, there's only a handful of people that I would do anything for. And the great thing about it is the majority of them are guys. You know, when it comes to girls, you know, I know my daughter would. She proved that over and over again. And she keeps proving it over and over again. But she's my daughter. It's a different case. But I'm really ain't gonna bone to pick with that idea, like, when it comes down to it, but second. There might be like 200 girls in my life that would be classified as that. Yeah. But when it comes to women, I always evaluate. Because women in my life, I've dated a lot of people. Well, compared to most. And I'm not talking about screwing other people either. I mean people that, to the point of dating them, or I like them and I got shut down, or, what's the last example? Nah, you probably know. Or vice versa. And it really grinds my gears when people do that. You know, it just pisses me off. You know, going around saying I love you and not meaning it is almost like false advertising. Because it's like you go to a place. It's like this. Remember the old like you know, this is your grocery store. Makes you feel what? You don't realize it, but it's built into your brain. You go there, it's like, yeah, it is. And you realize, you look around and there's like 400 million people, and you're like, wow, that wasn't really directed towards me, was it? Think about it. Think about it a little bit. You know, when you got a girlfriend or a wife or a husband or a boyfriend that is not like in a sham, you can honestly come out and say, I love you. Yeah. You can say stuff like that. It's like, oh, that commercial, like, bye, here, for you. It's like, wow. And you're sitting at home at your TV, like, wow, that must be a special advertisement just came to my home to make me feel better. Guess what? It was broadcasted every TV across the nation. False advertising, because it really didn't mean just you. It meant everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I can't personally say I sit down and I love everybody. I can sit down and say I like everybody. Yeah, but there's only a handful that I love. The rest of them fucking drop dead. Don't give a shit. You know? Women always treat me like property. The only woman in my life that doesn't treat me like property, which I'm so grateful and blessed for, is my daughter. My daughter doesn't look at me like a, you know, nice dress at Sears. So, you know, I feel like a human being. She makes me feel human. She makes me feel like, wow, you know? It's like, shit. Everything she says is true. And everything that she does is true. I don't get that from any other woman in my life.